support.
The maestro, please!
Last record rundown of January, and it certainly came through for us. This'll be for the week of
January 31st, 2026.
On this day of music back in 1999, Baby One More Time, Britney Spears' debut single, would finally hit #1 on the Hot 100 after charting for 11 weeks, and it would even stay at the top spot for 2 weeks. It would go on to be certified 5 times platinum and become one of the most iconic pop songs of all time. I think it might be a while before we talk about another classical album. It was always hard to get into the top 5 on the chart to begin with, let alone with the Claire Obscure soundtrack and Rosalia Lux's holding out in the top 2 spots.
Don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing.
I swear to God, we're gonna go into February and there's still gonna be Christmas albums on this chart.
Singing.
We're getting to a point where the top 5 rock albums charts might actually be from active artists. Obviously, we still have Fleetwood Mac and Queen up there, both of whom have members that have passed at this point, but we still have Somber, Noah Kahan, and Zach Bryan, so we really only need 2 more.
It's bigger than hip-hop. I won't let the devil win. Lord, forgive my sins. Thinking about the wrong and all the things that I did. I'm just thinking about the time.
Album number 9 from YoungBoy, Never Broke Again, a follow-up from his 8th studio album Massa and his 22nd mixtape Deshaun that were both released last year. This actually got up to number 6, so he's now tied with Drake for the second most top 10 albums on the chart, while also being just, the quickest to do it.
I can see the sky crying when your rainfall tears. Gotta close the windows when the wind blows.
Almost 8 years later, and we finally get album number 4 from A$AP Rocky. Been waiting some time since 2018's testing, and honestly, it was kind of worth the wait. Also, Tim Burton is involved in this. He obviously did the cover art because his name's on it, but he also did a promotional music video for the album.
I've been touring stateside, kissing my Swedish boy over FaceTime. Oh no, open.
January coming through and giving us our first EDM album, given it is a remix album. PinkPantheress has done this remix album based off of her original album, Fancy That was released last year. The remixes in this are going to be multiple versions of the same songs, like Stateside and Illegal, but they all have an added feature on each one. The first 2 discs are all of these remixes and features, and the 3rd disc is just the original album.
And now I need some help from the maestro, please!
You have with heaven on top.
I mean, Zach Bryan's music typically has a little bit of staying power. It's still number 1 on the rock chart. Also worthy to note, this is supposedly his last release on a major label, that major label being Warner.
That's what I want, that's what I want. That's what I want, that's what I want, that's what I want.
I guess the real question here, is he going to release another single so that he'll have released singles from this album from 2024, 2025, and then it would be 2026?
Debí tirar más fotos de cuando te tuve. Debí darte más besos y abrazos.
I mean, this was going to come up here, and it's probably going to stay up here for a little bit, considering he's the Super Bowl halftime show in a couple weeks.
It's a knife, so it's put a gotta be a son. It's a knife, wrote it down, got the jump truck. It's a knife.
EP number 7 from ENHYPEN, and they're first of what they're calling their The Sin series. Bunch of different versions of this. There's the English, Japanese, and Chinese versions, which obviously has versions of the songs in those languages, and then there is a version for each member of the band containing their own version of the song Knife, as well as an English version of the song Knife, which so for some reason was not included on the English version.
I can see the sky crying when your rainfall tears. Gotta close the windows when the wind blows.
He has so many crazy features on this. Imogen Heap, Thundercat, John Batiste, West Side Gun. I just really wish we could have heard Rihanna somewhere in this album, considering we've been waiting for her new music forever. Although supposedly a deluxe version is going to be released that may or may not have a feature. So January really came through at the end, even gave us that remix album for the EDM charts. Well, I guess we'll see how February starts off next week, but we do have a new pop analysis tomorrow. First one of 2026, so be sure to check that out.
And now I need some help from the maestro, please! Maestro!